Hi everybody. As many of you know, we've been to Gravetye Manor today for a picnic made by the chefs to celebrate my son's 21st birthday and my husband's 55th birthday. And it has been a very interesting experience for me. I don't usually eat high carbohydrate foods, and although the picnic wasn't predominantly that, there was quite a lot of protein and a salad. There was some gluten-free bread. I'm celiac, so but they accommodated that. I did some very nice gluten-free bread, which was definitely well worth it, and I'm going to ask them for the recipe. That's how worth it was. And there was also a scone and some jam and clotted cream, which I've spoken about in other videos before. About I've made this choice to eat this in full awareness of this will be worth it, and it really, really was. And then I face the consequences of whatever that's going to be from a weight perspective for me. But it's not the one-offs that cause big weight gain. It's if I consistently eat that way day after day after day, which is why it's so important to be self-aware. The other thing it's been very interesting to note today is because I've been on step 2 for about 5 weeks now. It's been, this way of eating is quite in stark contrast, particularly with the carbohydrates, to how I normally eat. And it's been a fascinating experience to be reminded, and I always talk to my maintainers about this. Think about how foods make you feel, and we're all biodynamically different, and we'll all respond differently. We all have different carbohydrate sensitivities, for instance, and it's been a really interesting experience for me to be reminded of how carbohydrates in particular make me feel, because that's something I usually avoid, and also that sort of numbing effect that it gives you. So I'll explain. I have felt probably about an hour and a half after eating, I felt very tired, extremely sluggish, quite slow in my thinking, like I just want to lie my head down and just have a little bit of a snooze. I was walking up and down the front steps when we got back to do the recycling, and I felt like I was just lifting up a 2-ton weight, just very, very sluggish, and also very, very soporific and almost numbed. And this is why we even if we're not aware at the time, this is why we eat these sorts of things, why we're drawn to eat these sorts of things. Because if I was feeling, I'm not very stressed at the moment, but if I was feeling very stressed, that sort of soporific, slightly removed sensation that I feel at the moment is quite a nice one to be experiencing. When you are feeling a bit to have that numbing effect is rather nice. So it's always good to note these things and to be aware of how things make you feel, and then decide, well, what are you going to do with that information?